Johnny Harden.
Yo, what is up? The Sports 56 Happy Hour. How's everybody doing out there? I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm having a pretty good Monday. People who are having what do they call them? The Mondays. I'm having the Mondays. Well, man, I'm having a damn good Monday. If you would have listened to me on Friday and listened to Lee Sterling, 3-0. I went down there and put a $200 3-game parlay on it. Yep. It was actually a little bit more. It was like, I did like $328 on it. All three of them. And bounced. And guess what? How did Lee do?
3-0.
Yeah.
Winners, chicken dinners.
Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, I felt good. I felt great, and I still feel good. Happy Monday. There we go. Let me undo this collar. Relax a little bit. That's my good friend at Gabe Kuhn, at G_Kuhn71. I am your good friend John Harden at Johnny_Radio. You listen to us on the double FM action, 96.1 FM, 87.7 FM, the original AM 560. But don't forget, as we sit here in the Family Leisure Studios looking beautiful, Family Leisure, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. Why do we look so good? And you can actually check us out because if you just follow Sports 56 WHBQ, you can see us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. And then you can check out how beautiful the Family Leisure Studios are. Family Leisure, I'm telling you right now, they got patio furniture 20 to 30% off. They got play gyms in stock. They got everything you can think of. People like toys. I call it the adult Toys R Us. They even have pool toys and floats for your pool, up to 30% off. Check them out, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. I'm going to give you a little Peter in the afternoon on a Monday because I'm having a good Monday, and I can't think of a better way this week. We have baseball starting on Thursday. Oh, yeah, Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer. And I know people got to get their sticks out. They got to get ready to toe the rubber. They got to get ready to hit the old ball, if you know what I'm saying. Now, Peter don't know a damn thing about baseball, so I'm not going to talk about that with him. But I will talk about the bubble. I'll talk about Dwight Howard, how lunatic he is. Have you heard that Dwight is a non-vaxxer? Did you know that?
Anti-vaxxing Dwight Howard, yes.
Anti-vaxxer Dwight Howard, hilarious. And he won't wear a mask. And they say he's like the number one person people call on the thing to discipline. And he is now having a battle with the people in Disney World. And then he's taking it to Twitter. So we're going to have fun talk about that. His lunacy. Could his lunacy mess up the Lakers? If you listen to LeBron James and how focused he was talking about Kobe Bryant and Gigi and this year with the loss of him, how much this team means, him and AD healthy. Coronavirus is horrible, but they are in this bubble with this amazing opportunity. They might have this team and the Grizzlies that stand in their way. Could justice have something to do with a little something? Ja, I think, is going to get Rookie of the Year because they said these 8 games ain't going to matter. And does it even matter anyway? Because guess what? Zion ain't even playing, it looks like. Y'all seen Zion? Looks like they did this whole expansion for Zion. Anybody seen Zion in the bubble? Yo, Zion, where you at, man? You're a big dude. Zion! Oh, that's right. He left the bubble. And no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude. He has a family emergency. I am, though, being disrespectful and rude for a league who basically built something I think that was, a lot of people say it was to get regular season money. A lot of people will say it was to this or that. No, they wanted to show off one player. And guess what? They gave them the easiest schedule, the Pelicans. They had the easiest schedule, not even close by far. But guess what? They didn't want the Grizzlies. I hate to say it. I don't think there's any way in bleeping and you know what. That's why I'll talk with Mr. Peter Edmiston. You can listen to him right here with 7 to 10 on Sports 56 mornings. But we're going to give you a little hard, afternoon Peter. At the bottom of this hour, it's going to be 1:30. It's going to be rocking. It's going to have a lot to do with the bubble, NBA, Dwight Howard, Ja Morant, Zion missing, coronavirus, anti-vaxxers. Heck, I even wrote down. I doubt I use this. I wrote down just the 12 I could remember off the top of my head. So I wrote them down. So they're not in some weird order. They're in a weird order. It's not like alphabetic. They're in my brain order. But just the like the vaccinations I remember getting for my kids, and the ones that I can remember studying that we are now safe from because of vaccines, and we're looking for one for coronavirus. Corona is getting serious. If people don't think it's getting real, did y'all hear about the SEC? Did you hear about the SEC? Southeastern Conference? Did you hear what they've been saying? They're having a meeting. Why? Here's what they have said, and this is according to Heather Dinich, who is basically the woman. If you want to get some serious college football information, is Heather not your girl? I can't think of anybody who is more on top of it. She has got dates. She's got people. She is basically on top of this thing like nobody's business. And she said this. Well, yes, you have Ed Orgeron coming out every day saying, hell, we're going to play and we're just ready to play. I don't care what day it is. Let's just do it. We're lifting weights. This team's ready to go. Heather pointed out a lot of stuff I think that is fascinating. SEC is meeting, by the way, I don't know if you know this, just as long. Did you know the NFL is meeting right now?
Yeah, the NFL needs to
Emergency!
meet. They need to meet right now. We'll talk about that in the lead-off.
We're about to talk about that in the lead-off, but before we get to that, Heather said SEC Medical Advisor Board, they are meeting with today. Do you know why? Did you know that the college football season is supposed to start on August 29th? Basically, they're going to decide, are they going to push it back to September 19th? Uh-oh. If they do that, what's that going to mean? And then if they push it back to October 3rd, oh my goodness, what's that going to mean? But you want to know some positive news? One thing of positive news real quick. There is an SEC thing that I think is kind of genius called the Conference Plus One, that if they push it back, have you heard about this, Gabe?
Yes, you get to do your conference plus the one big game, your rivalry game. So if it's Florida State,
or
right?
Arkansas, Notre Dame. This year, LSU and Texas they could keep in.
Yep.
All the SEC, ACC rivals. And yes, Gabe Kuhn.
The big money rivalry games.
He hit the obvious ones right on the head. Those are the easy ones. But then those three you get to also grab. So the Conference Plus One actually, I kind of, for what we're going through, makes more sense to me.
So in Hardwood, are we going to have to bring up the negative news about what California did today?
Of course. And then we're also going to make fun of Trevor Lawrence. In Hardwood, it's so deep up in Hardwood, we might have to get to it early. I'm telling you, I don't know if I brought this much wood to a show before. I got Bryson DeChambeau's joke bleep. I got Mark Davis. I got, what LeBron said. I got Taco Bell changing their damn menu, man. I should probably talk about it with Peter, actually. I got Steven Adams and technical fouls and what they can say. I got Tanaka, who got hit in the head by that super fastball. I got so much wood I'm bringing. I'm telling you right now. Plus, Air Force. You remember Donald Hammond? I think he was the third. Do you remember him? Took him to an 11-2 Air Force. Took him to an 11-2 season last year. Just got basically Air Force. I don't know what that means when they say you're in poor standing with this. I think that's really bad. Like, that's not even good for football. That's like bad for your Air Force career. So Donald Hammond's in trouble. Plus Georgia's going to lose a defensive back who played a lot. And Demead Wilson. But by the way, they probably have the deepest secondary in the country. So Georgia fans, chill the bleep out. But one thing I will never do is chill out when I get in the box on a Monday. So many things you could ask me. Oh, and believe it or not, didn't even read a dang thing. Or maybe I did, but heck, I don't even remember. That was earlier. Let's get to the leadoff, baby.
I'm going to start here on a Monday because I know I imagine you don't want to spend too much time on this question, but since we're in Memphis, I have to go ahead and ask it.
Golf,
I'm talking golf. Of course I am.
Yes,
Tiger was back this
voice.
weekend. He was back. And he was 6 over. I mean, he barely made the cut. He was right on the number. So it was not a great productive weekend for Tiger. Obviously, we have the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational coming up here at the end of the month and into August, July 30th through August 2nd. Obviously, the PGA Championship will follow that August 6th to 9th. Tiger Tracker has said Tiger is a 50-50 chance to come to the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. What do you give his chances?
I give him about a 80-20. I think he's coming. You want to know why? Most people say, well, he doesn't play John before the week of a major. Well, did you notice how he kind of practiced with Bryson DeChambeau? Everybody's talking smack about him, and he had a meltdown on 15. So epic, he didn't even make the cut. Did you know that?
I saw it. It was an epic meltdown.
By the
too.
way, he is in Hardwood as well. I can't wait to make fun
He's
of
a
him.
complainer, isn't he? He's a complainer, isn't he?
Dude drove a 400-yard drive and got a 10. I can't wait to read this, okay? This is hilarious. That's why they call drive for show, putt for dough, and yes, Mr. DeChambeau, you're a little bleep. But Tiger Woods, the reason I think he's going to actually come, he tied for his third lowest finish at the Memorial. I don't think he was comfortable with the way he played. I think that he is actually, I don't know what it was, the Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. He got that major. He has 15. He knows if he gets 16, it'll make him just crazy. And the first one this year being the PGA and everything. Right. I mean, the week before is where? Memphis, Tennessee. And I know he usually doesn't play. But right now, I feel like he's just at that age where he needs to play and wants to polish his game. And he wants to keep his body flowing. He doesn't want to give it a chance to get stiff. I think it's sad because nobody's going to be out there to watch him. But I think he's going to be in Memphis.
He never missed a WGC event until last year. Obviously, you have the championship following it up that next weekend. But at the same time, if you're not playing productive golf going into that,
Agreed.
Why do you just want to skip a bunch of events that you could try and get on the right track with?
What does he want too? He wants majors, baby. He wants them. He wants those big trophies. He wants to show up and show well. And I think he'll do that. I think he'll show up, show well, and show out.
It's crazy, but I do think his turnout and what he did at 6 over at the Memorial this weekend actually bodes well for him to show up here. I really do think that.
I totally agree
now,
with you.
I may be a little too positive on it, but we will have to wait and see. And make sure you follow Tiger Tracker so you know what's going on Twitter. All right, the NBA restart. We know you have a love affair with the Lakers. You think they're going to win the whole thing. And obviously the favorites are the Clippers.
Until I realized how crazy Dwight
Okay,
Howard was. I thought
we'll
Dwight
get to
was
that.
going to be a stud.
We'll get to that. But we
now
got the
I'm
Clippers.
freaking out.
The odds-on favorites, Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. Very obvious. I'm looking, though, outside of those three. You look at sleepers. You look at last year. The Raptors won it all. That was a hardcore sleeper last year. Who's a sleeper this year that you realistically think can win it all?
This is the worst thing you're ever going to hear because you're going to say, how can you call them a sleeper? And I'm going to say, well, they do have the MVP. He hadn't won jack in the playoffs. Everybody talks about LeBron, Anthony Davis. Everybody talks about James Harden and his damn beard and the Kardashians or Mia Khalifa. It's like dude. Everybody shows my man even in Dallas. They're not even that good. Luka Doncic. He's kicking the ball in. Woo! It's like a Western Conference driven league. Let's be real. Right now, the West is the best. Get here, we'll do the rest. 8 years. LeBron, when he was in the East, had a condo in the damn playoffs. Got him a few chips. Giannis, it's time for him to call it his condo. It's time for him to start getting some damn chips. Now, a lot of people are going to sit there and say, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, they're not ranked as high. Doesn't that make sense to answer his question like that? No, because again, my belief is there's no chance in hell. I don't care if Ben Simmons is playing power forward. They needed to do it a long time ago. He still can't shoot from outside. Period. And I'll tell you one thing. The Greek Freak, that's why they call him the Greek Freak. Giannis ain't no joke. He's a real deal freak. And if he can get it done in the bubble, this is his chance. Now, do I think he's going to get it done? No, I don't. That's why I said underdog. And I know you look at the Vegas odds, people are betting because, oh, MVP, I love Giannis, blah, blah, blah. But, dude, I love him too. But do y'all really think with, like, y'all can laugh at JaVale McGee if you want, and Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, and Dwight's crazy as can be. But that's a stacked front court. Think about LeBron just having to pay attention to shooting guards. And he's, what, 6'8", 270? That's ridiculous, son. They're defensively might be the best team we've seen in a long time since the Detroit Pistons pulled it off. Oh, and by the way, they have Anthony Davis and LeBron, and they can actually score. They don't just need zip, rip Hamilton and big shot Chauncey Billups to hit a shot every once in a while, and Ben Wallace to bust somebody's nose. They're just built different. I like them.
So to answer the question,
Milwaukee's the underdog.
Okay.
Because the Lakers going to win this joint.
Told you. You got a love affair with them right now, man. You love the Lakers.
Dude, I hate to be this person. Gigi, Kobe, Vanessa, all the stuff that happened in L.A.
Look, you got a point.
Come
we'll just
on
leave
now.
it at that, though. So the NFL, you talked about the meeting right now, right? They need to do it. They needed to do it because this weekend there was an organized social media attack
led by organized?
It was hashtag we want to play. But anyways, okay, I don't know how I didn't pick that up. But anyway, J.J. Watt, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, everybody and their grandmother hashtag we want to play and basically put the NFL on blast for not having health and safety protocols. Now, I'm going to read this Drew Brees tweet just to give you an idea of what these looked like. He said, "We need football. We need sports. We need hope. The NFL's unwillingness to follow the recommendations of their own medical experts will prevent that. If the NFL doesn't do their part to keep players healthy, there's no football in 2020. It's that simple. Get it done." And obviously, Drew Brees is not a guy that usually trashes the NFL like that, so this is definitely very interesting. They have not even come close to addressing any of the simple health and safety protocols. And camps open, I don't know if people know this, in 8 days.
Well, by the way, rookies
Kansas are already there. They've been in and out.
Meet today.
Now listen, though.
Tested bugs, things are stuck up their brains.
July 28th is when they start camp for everybody. Veterans will report.
Good job, yeah.
How bad do you think the NFL has botched this so far?
Since they're the last one to start, since they're the richest, since they had supposedly 3 test sites and they were on top of this thing like you wouldn't believe. You're showing Tom Brady and Gronk in Tampa Bay. They first had all their owners talking about, yeah, dude, look at the Vegas Raiders. Look at that black dome. It's gonna be stacked with fans, Joe. Look at what's going to Kansas City, man. The greatest quarterback. Look at this big contract. Oh, Dak Prescott playing with that team. Oh, man, can you wait and see what's going on with them? Dude, we're ready for the NFL. And then you have the bomb with Daniel Snyder. And I mean bomb because people want to say it was about their name. No, it was about the fact that you, in 3 years, had 15 non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, with women that you either sexually, let's just, NDA.
Harassed
Yes.
and misconduct.
Harassed, misconduct, God knows. Let's just leave it at that. Only right now the NDA knows, if you know what I'm saying. But 15. Like, one, you're like, yo, homie, you got to go. 15 is like, yo, how many you want to get this year? I mean, let's take bets. I'm thinking we're going to get 6 this year. I think we're going to get 7. How many do you think? Come on. You know, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. Behave. And I understand that football feels sometimes like a very masculine world. But come on, man. We're in 2020, and yes, it is still a masculine game. You knock people's teeth out. Dude, did you see James Harrison with his kids? Poor kids. Did you see that? Holy cow. What are they, like 5'10", $140? He's like, I don't care if it's in the pool. Hey, you know it didn't feel good. That's James Harrison trying out for the y'all. I'll talk about that in Hardwood. I'm sorry, I just got off on a side tangent. Forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, that's right. NFL. Shame on you. The players shouldn't have to, and the reason I say shame on you is because I don't think you understand, and this is the one point I wanted to get out. NFL has a lot to do, and this is what I looked this up and I tested it out and I checked it out to make sure my numbers were right. I wasn't sure. First and foremost, I want to say this. They have a lot to do with what college is going to do. College football players, who do they look up to? NFL football players. Who does basically everybody look to? I don't know why NFL football players, though. They really do. Like, dude, presidents get, like, tongue twisted. Oh, my God. They're like, Dan Marino. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Man, you're tall, Ed. It's just, it's just, football players are awesome and they're important. And just like Drew Brees said and what he said, and Aaron Donald in his tweet, and I thought Russell Wilson in his tweet was very, very good. But let me explain something. These 3 tweets are scary for one reason. They say they want to work, but they want to be safe. College football, there's this, and people remember that whole thing we used to talk back in the day about trickle-down economics or whatever. I don't know. I'll tell you this. Trickle-down reality is real. And if the NFL players, the people you look up to, and let's say you're Chuba Hubbard, who's already even talked out about it, your coach, and you're looking up to Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Donald, and you see these tweets, we want to play, but we want to be safe. And you start wondering yourself, am I going to be safe? And this is what I'm saying. So that's very important. Number one is to think about that. And then number 2, we talk about this. There's 2 things most people don't know. One, did you know the NFL Players Association, the NFL owners, no matter what happens, if they play this season without fans, they make more money for the insurance policy. But if they do play, that means $51,200,000 to the employees who work at those stadiums. That's just money in the economy. And I'm not talking about player contracts. I didn't even realize that, yes. And that does actually seem kind of low, but yeah, they pay $51 million to the people who work at the stadium, the security guard, the person who gets you your popcorn or your hot dog. And that's a lot of money that they're going to miss out because no fans are going to be there. And that's lost already to the economy. So if more money's lost to the economy, this could just be a bad situation. But I'm coming back on the other side. Always remember this. MemphisFarmers.com. My good friend Chad Gatlin, the real deal. Holyfield, don't play no games. Chad Gatlin, MemphisFarmers.com. Auto, home, life, business, whatever you can think of. But remember one thing. Think real deal Holyfield. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, coming back, we're going to give you a little Peter in the afternoon right here on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Sports Time on Sports 56 with Wallow and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Geico gets you access to licensed agents 24/7, which means that Geico is always there for you. If only everyone was always there for you. Like your mom, when you fill out really, really important paperwork on the first day of a new job.
Name, check. Birthday, Social Security, is that a thing? Hey, Mom, what is my Social Security number? Mom? Okay, let's guess. 0017. Oh, Gemini. Hashtag done.
Geico, always there for you with savings and 24/7 access to licensed agents.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. Get your car ready for summer at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Oil? Check. Battery? Check. Wipers? Check. And don't forget your cooling system. Right now, get Peak Long Life Universal Pre-Mixed Antifreeze and Coolant for $12.99 a gallon at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, it's the Herd. Guys, I want to ask you about age. Are you okay feeling older? Having less energy? Adding unwanted body fat? Yeah, neither am I. That's why I exercise and take M-Drive, the only supplement specifically for driven men, just like you. I want to stay engaged and energized, strong and lean, but I'm not going to let age beat me. Neither should you. M-Drive, it can help you feel more energized and help you lean up. Invented by a world-class scientist with over 40 years of experience. I've met him, his family, real people. Check it out, mdriveformen.com. They believe so much in their supplements, they offer a no-hassle 60-day money-back guarantee. mdriveformen.com. It's also at Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, and Rite Aid. And if you're not ready to give up, if you want to feel more energized and lean, try M-Drive, the only supplement for driven men. Don't let your age beat you. Visit mdriveformen.com today. mdriveformen.com.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour with your good buddy Johnny Radio. I'll tell you one thing. There are two things in this world that me and Peter definitely don't ever disagree on. That's Central Barbecue. One, I love the banana pudding and think it's the best banana pudding in the entire world. If you go to eatcbq.com or one of their 4 amazing locations, Poplar, Central. Oh, yeah, don't forget us. We got you on summer. And then, of course, downtown, right behind the Civil Rights Museum. 4 amazing locations. They cater events. You can go up in there. You can party like a rock star, play ball. You can do all your fun stuff. I'm telling you, Central Barbecue, it is literally simply the best. Smoke is their sauce, from their wings to their ribs to everything in between, their shoulder, their turkey, everything. Golly, buy their meat in bulk, by the way. Central Barbecue, it's simply the best. It's almost time, I think. Is it time to do a little bit of Peter in the afternoon, maybe?
It's time for a little Peter in the afternoon.
My baby gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon.
Here's John with Peter Edmiston.
What is up? Welcome back into a little bit of a little afternoon, Peter. You're going to have to pull him in. I don't even see him on my screen.
I'm right here, buddy.
Dude, I love you, dude. I can't hear anything, dude. Oh, my goodness. You actually called into the hotline.
No, I'm on the equipment, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. Lord have mercy, my brain doesn't work. Yeah, you got into the equipment. See, I was looking on the phone going, do we have him? Do we have him? and he's giving me the thumbs
You got me,
up.
and I'm on the Zoom. Do you see me I'm on the video?
Well, man, see, don't ask me to get technical, Peter.
I mean, you're on the video, so I'm right here on the video.
I look good on the video, though, don't I?
Yeah. No, you do. You look great. Not as good as me, but you look good.
By the way, I don't have any hair, though. Did you hear about my head getting shaved?
What happened there?
Don't ever get really drunk on July 4th. Invite people over so when your wife shows up that you're passed out.
Tell me what you got drunk. You got to tell them what you got drunk on.
I didn't realize they had alcohol. Okay? They were little seltzer drinks that tasted like fruit. And there's these new little
I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. I got plenty of those in the fridge. Oh, yeah.
Well, you drink like 30 of those suckers and do a couple shots of tequila, and you think you've just done 2 shots of tequila, and for some reason you have no idea why you're blind. So be careful, people.
They'll sneak up on you. There's no question about
Those
that.
seltzer things are crazy.
Yeah, they got like 5%. You know, so they're it's like a beer pretty much.
Woo! I'll tell you one thing. It is scary, but there's nothing more scary right now than what's going on with I think Dwight Howard, because I have
I did not know how
money
you're going to finish that sentence. I did not
on
expect
the Lakers.
Dwight
I'm
Howard.
serious. I'm serious. And all of a sudden, dude, once he said he was back in and he's in the bubble, I didn't care about JR joining. I'm happy that JR joined because I think he's better than Avery Bradley. I'm happy. You have Anthony Davis. You have Dwight Howard in the back, dude. What 7 feet of nastiness.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you have LeBron, who's out in the front playing a shooting guard or a guard, and he's 6'8", 265, 270 of just nastiness himself. Y'all seen the block. So I'm thinking defensively, the Lakers look nasty for what they're about to go do in this bubble. And I think with, the short, basically you have a long layoff and you have a short time to basically get ready. I think whoever is real defensively strong, and I look at the Lakers and I thought they're very defensively strong. And then I saw Dwight Howard, who hasn't wore a mask, who's the number one person on the hotline. Everybody's calling in. And then he just went out and told everybody he's an anti-vaxxer last night.
Yeah, he's kind of a like a conspiracy theory guy. He's kind of got a little Kyrie thing going. On
steroids.
There's a reason why he's gone through 5 different teams in 5 different years, even though he was a former Defensive Player of the Year and all that stuff. He's a super talented guy, but he is just a little bit of a fruitcake. So yes, that is correct. You hope that his bizarro tendencies will be reined in a little bit by the guys that are around him, but that team, that's a real challenge for LeBron when you've got the likes of JR and Dion Waiters, and you've got Dwight and JaVale and
JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and let's be real with Anthony Davis. That front court is nasty as gall.
It's a huge.
Out. It's
huge.
I
mean, they've got a ton of dudes. They got a lot of size. But the thing is, I don't know yet how any of these teams are going to respond to this layoff. You just don't know. You don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know. We've already seen some guys end up getting hurt. Marvin Bagley just got ruled out with a foot injury for the Kings. So you have like you
just
have guys.
Stop making me laugh.
Do what?
I just the whole thing, like them trying to. I told them if you just go straight into the playoffs, this thing is going to work. Trying to set up, giving the Pelicans the easiest opportunity, wanting to put the spotlight of this like regular season. Don't get me wrong, I understand the financials of finishing the regular season, but let's be real, was about Zion, and now he's not even going to be there. So then you talk about Bags is also not going to be there for the Kings. It just feels like everybody else who is outside of that top 8 in either conference, they've already mailed it in. They're enjoying Disney World in the bubble if they got to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that these teams, some of them are more, some are worse about it than others. I mean, like the Wizards, there's really no reason for them to be there.
None.
It's pointless. The Suns, there's really no reason for them to be there. The Kings, though, were playing pretty well before the layoff. The Blazers. Same guy. I think the Pelicans, obviously, they were. I know you're irritated about the schedule, and you think there's some kind of conspiracy. I've already tried to tell you that that's not the case.
I know. I'm still not ever gonna I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy guy like Dwight Howard, but
you kind of are.
I am. I just am saying it sure felt like they were trying to do everything to give my man Zion a little love, and they were trying to do everything to pimp slap our guys right here in Memphis. They're like, Memphis, Maine, dude.
I mean,
because
it's just the schedule was always going to be tough. We talked about how the schedule was tough before. It was always tough.
True.
Like that was just the nature of it. It got the Grizzlies had the toughest schedule. If things had gone the way that if they just stayed the same, the Grizzlies would have had the toughest remaining schedule of any team in the NBA. As it stands now, they have the 6th toughest schedule of any of those remaining teams. So in reality, it improved for them a little bit, compared to the way that it was. And the Pelican schedule got harder. I mean, it's still the easiest of the bubble schedules, but it's harder
because of the amount of games. Yes.
Because not just the amount of games, just the teams that are playing. I mean, you lopped off the 8 worst teams in the league, and they were going to play 2 of them, I think. So you instantly up their schedule as a result of that. So, I mean, the Grizzlies
Thanks,
are in a good
Peter. Go
the
ahead,
Grizzlies are in a
slap
good
my
position.
conspiracy theory down.
I don't want you out here sounding like Dwight Howard,
Thank you. I
rolling around
that.
and saying,
That's why I bring you on, man. That's
there's
why I bring you on when I talk
There's plenty of
basketball.
conspiracies if you want. And the other one that was knocked down is the idea that the NBA wanted Zion to win win the Rookie of the Year.
No,
if that were the
'cause
case,
8 games they're not even going to count those 8 games.
Exactly. If that were the case,
except
then,
for they did make that decision after he did opt out. But that's just if you want to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm sorry.
If you feel free, if you want to be, if you want to do
having
it,
fun.
man. Hey,
Can
listen,
I
I got get that
I'm
tin
bringing
foil
in,
hat
okay,
on.
hold on. One, I've already got yay Dwight Howard, a man who stands up for his rights. I'm just kind of actually playing off right now my text line 67129 and trying not to laugh and enjoying also the humor with you because I do know the reality actually of the situation. But in all honesty, like we talked about, I'm going to get off these Lakers right now. I promise you. But with the thing that happened with Kobe and Gigi and Vanessa, and I think of that for some reason. You heard LeBron actually speak of that. Then when you hear Dwight, in all honesty, is there going to be is this going to be about maybe the most focused team that's in here? And I mean, heck, if you got one dude who's just like talking anti-vaxxer and jumping down slides and not wearing the mask and calling people out for telling on him and everything, do you think that could be enough of a distraction? Like you said, you're already bringing in Dion Waiters and J.R. Smith.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing is I think that LeBron will be very focused. I think that Anthony Davis will be focused if he can stay healthy. I think they'll have plenty of guys that are going to be locked in. But obviously, you are going to rely on, and you do have to rely on some guys that are a little bit flaky. I mean, the truth is we don't know. We don't know what nobody that's been down there has ever been through anything like this, and none of us have ever been through anything like this before. And so, just like none of us really know how you don't really know how you're going to respond to it until you actually go through it. The same thing is here. We don't really know how these guys are going to respond until they actually start to go through it. Some guys have kept themselves in immaculate shape throughout the break. Some of these guys have been working out on their own, have been adding weight, have been adding muscle, have been doing, Lord knows what. Other guys maybe have not been as vigilant. Maybe those guys have been a little more lackadaisical about it. And when you see the return to action later on this week, when the scrimmages start, you'll start to see, who's real and who's not. And we just don't know. I mean, it's been remarkable to me to see the fact the Grizzlies have really stayed drama-free.
Yep,
of all
true.
the teams that have been out there, the Grizzlies have really been amongst the least dramatic. There's just been really nothing going on. All the times that we've had a chance to talk to them, everything sounds like it's in good shape. Sounds like everybody's doing well. Everybody's happy with what's going on. So, you could talk yourself into the Grizzlies making a little bit of a push here.
Whoa!
If you want to.
Are you okay? So this is where I'm actually kind of. I mean, look at the odds. I'm asking you. I'm the numbers guy. I'm looking for something to play, baby. I don't know if you saw me go through last weekend, but that wasn't me. That was Lee, but I still played it. But what I'm trying to say is I look at this Grizzlies team like you were talking about. Ja looks like he's ready. Trey J's doing his thing. Jonas, Valanciunas, big bad Mama Jamma. How's Clark and how's Winslow though? Actually, what about those two guys? They doing okay?
Yeah, everybody's doing. I mean, in terms of health, they're all healthy, including like Jonte Porter, Grayson Allen, guys that were out. And didn't really expect to get them back. Didn't expect to get Grayson Allen back. Wouldn't have gotten him back, except for the way the season has played off. I did not expect to see Jonte Porter at all before next season, but he's in their workouts right now, and he was in scrimmages, and they're getting a free look at him. I don't think that they're gonna be able to use him in any of these games, but they may. In some of these scrimmages, you may see a little bit of him. And then everybody else is healthy. Yeah, Brandon Clark's fully healthy. Jaren Jackson Jr. is fully healthy. Those guys would not have been healthy, at least not fully. And Justice Winslow, the Grizzlies are a fully healthy team at this point. And so, that's really helpful. The fact is they also got Ja Morant, who, we'll see what it plays out as, but he's added a whole bunch of muscle. He's in the weight room throughout this and bulking up. He says he's added 12 pounds of muscle. We'll see if that's shown out on the court. Because if it is, then He theoretically should be able to get to the basket and handle contact a little bit better, finish, with a little more certainty. And he was already a pretty darn good finisher for his age. But if you add a little more power to it, then that's something else. So, I'm cautiously optimistic about what the Grizzlies can do. And I think, they just maybe set up to maybe surprise some folks.
Weirdly, kind of a different question after listening to you talk about that. Most people don't look at the coronavirus and find anything positive about it. Again, I'm always just trying to find the positive out of something. Ja Morant was having he's going to be the Rookie of the Year. He was having a hell of a season. He gets a break. Things are different down in this bubble. Yes, it is a different world, but it did give him an opportunity to step away, mentally refresh, put on 12 pounds of muscle, like you said. And now, yes, they're going back in this bubble, but he's still a young man. I don't see him being one of the guys who's just like really fearful of everything. And he's going to go in there with that different mindset. It's almost like 2 seasons in 1 season that he's getting all in his rookie season. If you could ever say anything positive about COVID-19, might that be the only thing?
Well, yeah, I still wouldn't say anything positive about COVID-19, but I would say that those guys they've had it's kind of weird with the rookies. They're not quite sophomores yet. But they're also not really rookies anymore either.
Yeah,
and you've had enough time now. By the time you go from when they will start this, I don't even know, the seeding games and then the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Between the end of the regular season and this time is 4.5 months. Which is, that's pretty much an off season. I mean, that's more or less what you see from these guys, when they're away. So. It has been a time to get completely recharged and to change up a little bit. So that's why I say you don't really know, because there's a lot of guys that may come back and may have a little bit of a different approach, may have a few extra little tricks up their sleeve. They may have been working on something. They may be a better player. They may feel better. I don't know. I think it's going to be really intriguing, and obviously the fact that there's going to be no fans in the stands, and it's going to be, the atmosphere is going to be very flat and different. Some guys may respond really well to that. Some guys may not.
Speaking of that, did you hear Steven Adams talk about how quiet it's going to be and he's afraid how many people are going to actually get technical fouls, because now with nobody in the building, they're actually going to hear him cussing out the referee.
You're going to have to. They're going to have to. I hope they don't do a delay. I really want them to just do like like they did with the Last Dance, and just have some of the games on ESPN2 with uncensored, and have the other ones on ESPN, whatever.
A 7-second delay.
I want to hear the whole thing. I want to hear the whole. I want to hear the whole thing. I was watching my soccer team play here as we speak. They're playing, and I was watching earlier today, and you could hear ball goes out of bounds, and one of the guys from my team calls the referee a wee. D asterisk K. He said, "Yo, weed," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, all right, let's get after it. Let's get after it a little bit." So,
dude, Bryson DeChambeau's
as loud as you could possibly want to. Just, oh yeah, well,
he's crazy, but I'm just saying, I love the fact that these guys, I want fans again. I'm just saying, sometimes you have to admit these mics. And nobody out there, they are catching some funny stuff.
I mean, it's definitely interesting, and it provides a different approach to the game, which is cool. I think it's pretty evident that you need the fans for the atmosphere. The atmosphere is not the same, and it's a shame that it's kind of worked its way like this. But that is one of the more intriguing things to hear. Some of the screaming, yelling, to hear what some of the guys say to each other, and I think for the fans, depending on how they mic it up for the NBA games, those of us that have had a chance to cover these teams and be down there and listen to the amount of talking that goes on the court, it's
amazing.
A bunch. And it's not like trash talking. I mean, it's just organizational talking. Like you go, here's I got this, I got all the calls, all the things like that. I'm sure Gabe could tell you. And you could talk about you play baseball at a high level. Gabe played football at a high level. Everybody, you constantly have to communicate, and everyone's talking, everyone's saying things, everyone's putting guys in position, and you just don't get to hear it very often until you get the fans removed from the action.
Well, speaking of hearing it, make sure you hear everything right here from 7 to 10, Sports 56 Mornings with my man, Peter Edmiston.
What a segue. I love that segue.
Man, thank you. And don't forget,
Speaking
make
of
sure, also read him at The Athletic Memphis,
Look at
man.
Gabe. Look at Gabe. Gabe's looking good over there. How you doing, buddy? You doing good?
Doing great.
By the way, I got a
You
question.
doing well?
Who's got the
Yeah,
bigger
good,
head in
thanks.
radio? You or Gabe?
He has the bigger head, but I am very, very close.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
very close.
extremely close.
You're growing.
He
Are
and
you still growing,
I,
boy?
when we're on the air right here, it's by far and away the biggest cranium
Again,
combination in the history of
a
radio.
headbutt would cause a
A
shock,
double headbutt would kill me.
Oh, between me and
earthquake.
Gabe, it would just
You guys would be
seismic.
trembling. Yeah.
Oh, man. By the
like
way.
have you seen those two rams that are just on the side like fighting each other for territory? That's what
See,
it's like. Me
right
and Gabe
now,
just,
you got the fro. That's why I give you the, I give you
So
the.
you gotta like
I love the hairstyle. Like, I like the hair right now.
Mad
Like,
scientist look.
Yeah, you got the mad scientist look going on, so I have to give you
see that right
there
there?
you go. That is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
see that
And
right
that
there?
also I feel like that is what you talk about having that's the ram horns right
See,
there.
I can put it all the way up like that if I want to.
See, yeah, that's kind of scary right there.
Wow.
Dude does have the ram
He's winning.
horns.
He's winning.
He's winning. He is winning. Speaking of winning, always check him out. And if you want to know winning, just follow the Grizzlies and always follow Peter Edmiston at Peter Edmiston on Twitter. Peter, be good out there, brother. And thanks for giving everybody in this world a little Peter in the afternoon.
See, boys.
That's my man, Peter Edmiston. We're late for a break. Don't forget, MemphisFarmers.com, Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Great news, sports fans. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse is now open for dine-in service. Make a reservation and enjoy a mouth-watering steak dinner. Or, if you prefer, take it curbside. In addition to their fantastic steaks, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has a variety of entrees, including Canadian lobster tail, crab-stuffed shrimp, pan-seared red snapper, and fresh ground steak burger with portobello mushroom sauce. Planning to cook out? The Butcher Shop Steakhouse offers a great selection of fresh Angus beef, hand-cut steaks and burgers, lamb chops, Atlantic salmon, and more. Make your reservation for dine-in or pre-order for curbside pickup. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse. Dine-in, curbside, and delivery. Plus, enjoy the sizzle of top-quality Butcher Shop steaks on your own grill. Call us at 757-4244 and visit our website, thebutchershop.com, for menus and more. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. It's hit movies, current shows, and live sports. News clips, trending bits, and timeless hits. It's Kim and Courtney, Seth and Jimmy, Hoda, Savannah, Fiona, and Shrek. I'm an ogre! It's the best of streaming and the best of TV. And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Watch for free, upgrade for more. Stream now at peacocktv.com. These titles plus the English Premier League and Law & Order SVU streaming now. Content availability may vary over time. Some content requires paid upgrade.
Ugh, my stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Pepto-Bismol's now in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And now you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try new Pepto-Bismol Chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm giving Jeb's Basement Renovations 1 star. He kept asking me what's behind the walls down there. I'm like, why? What do you know?
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
And then he's like, you can trust me with the job. And I'm all like, trust?
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Yeah, he charged me less than he said he would, which is lying.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Welcome back into Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm so pleased to have had my man Peter Edmiston join me. Thank you very much from Sports 56 Mornings. That was a lot of fun, a little Peter in the afternoon. I always got Gabe Kuhn with me at G_Kuhn71. And then don't forget your buddy Johnny at Johnny_Radio. No, this is very, very important. Now, I laugh because I love y'all, okay? I'm not making fun of you. This is laughing with you. Got a lot of people who are coming out with a lot of love for Dwight Howard, standing up to, damn it, by damn if I'm going to wear a mask, you go, Dwight. Listen, I agree in some aspects. Like, yeah, he is in a bubble. People are getting tested. He's probably in the safest place in the world. I can agree with that. What I can't believe is with this person who came in and said, and I'm an anti-vaxxer too. And again, not looking up. I wrote these down, by the way, just literally 5 seconds before I came on air. Since the vaccinations, polio, tetanus, hepatitis B and A. Have you ever heard of the Hib? I don't know what the real name is, but it's really bad. Measles, the whooping cough, pneumococcal, don't even know how to say the rest of it, but it's a digestive thing. Mumps, chicken pox, and diphtheria. Or diphtheria. I'm not a doctor, damn it, but these are the ones I can just come off the top of my head. I mean, think about polio. Think about all the measles. Think about all these things we've got rid of because of vaccines. And you do understand how they work. Herd immunization, et cetera, et cetera. So, again, read Freddie Freeman. His details will horrify the hell out of you. And by the way, I'm not saying they're the reason that Nick Markakis left the Braves, but Nick Markakis did say that partly because of Freddie Freeman's situation, that's why he decided that he had to leave this season, that he couldn't risk it. Yasiel Puig, who they tried to replace Nick Markakis with, by the way, did you know this? He caught COVID-19. But just go on. I retweeted the story, Johnny_Radio. It's Freddie Freeman. He details the horrifying battle where they said he was 104, and he never for 3 days got below like 101. He was praying to God. Listen to this. Please don't take me. Praying for his life. Please don't take me. Please, I'm not ready to go. He said that being back on the baseball field, he ain't got his legs back, but he said he feels like a kid in a damn candy store. And I'm sure like nobody's happier to be back than Freddie Freeman after the details of his horrifying experience with COVID-19. So Dwight, chillax. Speaking of COVID-19, yes, the Memorial John Rahm won. DeChambeau melted on 15. I'll tell you about that during Hardwood. It is hilarious. He didn't even make the cut as he talked about Tiger Woods as like this little kid. Hilarious as well. But we'll get more into all that. But his wife and him both tested positive back in March. That's why he's doing the fist bump. He's serious about COVID-19. We talked with Peter Edmiston about the real deal Holyfield, what's going down in the bubble. Are the Lakers going to do it? Is Ja going to just come out and dominate what's going down? Then plus, I got to tell you something. Me and him are going to get into it on a whole lot of stuff. But I got to remind you, I got 12 items at Taco Bell that I got to talk to you about that they're taking off the menu, people. 12 items from Taco Bell. Steven Adams is talking technical fouls. Mr. Bullhead or Lloyd Christmas, a.k.a. Mark Davis, the owner for the Raiders, he came out and had something profound to say, let me tell you, because he's always profound. And again, I can't wait to just read to you the card of Bryson DeChambeau and tell you how this man melted down after he hit a 400-foot drive off the tee box. 400 yards, sorry, whatever.
400 feet's not that far.
Yeah, you're right. 400 feet, 400 yard, you're right. 400 yards. Hey, if you're a golfer, you know what the hell
I hit 400 feet drives. That's different.
And by the way, Gabe says I'm an idiot, but I call Trevor Lawrence a buster. We're going to talk about this on the other side. Hit me up at 67129. Do you propose to your girlfriend on the 50-yard line? I don't know, man. We got to talk about this. And by the way, if you took a baseball 100 miles an hour to the head, are you starting the season off? We'll talk about Tanaka on the other side. Sports 56, MemphisFarmers.com, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Plasma donations are needed now more than ever, and you can make a difference during these unprecedented times. Plasma Biological Services is seeking healthy donors as well as those who have fully recovered from COVID-19. Your plasma may be used to help those still fighting the virus. If you have tested positive for COVID-19 and have fully recovered, please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifolsplasma.com. That's GRIFOLS plasma.com today to see how your plasma can help save others that are hospitalized with COVID-19 and if you are eligible to donate. All donors will be compensated for their time. Please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifolsplasma.com.
Like me, my opponents are Republicans, but there's a big difference. Tennessee is my first concern, not special interest, not Washington, and I'm not blindly following anyone. I'll support President Trump's conservative policies, but I'm not a yes man. I'll only be loyal to you. My focus is pushing for conservative Tennessee values. I'm George Flynn, candidate for U.S. Senate. I approve this message and ask for your vote to put real solutions into action for you.
I'm giving Jeb's Basement Renovations 1 star. He kept asking me what's behind the walls down there. I'm like, why? What do you know?
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
And then he's like, you can trust me with the job. And I'm all like, trust?
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Yeah, he charged me less than he said he would, which is lying.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Ugh, my stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Pepto-Bismol's now in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And now you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try new Pepto-Bismol Chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you about to
Wind up there. Don't head back to Tennessee, Jet. Man, I've heard a lot of people that are Vols fans say that for a long time. That was mean. What was that, 99? That was so mean. Slap the hell out of me. No, it wasn't Peyton's year. That was when Charles Woodson won the Heisman and then T. Martin took over for quarterback. But don't worry about this, Vols fan. I know it's so long ago you can't remember. No, I'm just playing. I'm being so mean. But I'm about to have some fun in here, and we're going to talk about some college football. Phil still dropped his top 25. Again, I got to tell you why Trevor Lawrence realistically is a buster, in my opinion. And does Phil still know something about me? And I want to ask at 67129, 67129, tell me what you think. If you're Trevor Lawrence, is there any bleeping way with 30 some odd positive tests already? You just proposed, we'll talk about the whole buster move you did this week with your girlfriend. You just proposed to your girlfriend. You're guaranteed a top 2 pick, right? Like, and if I'm being, like, I don't want to just say you're guaranteed the number 1 pick, because God forbid for some reason, I don't know, they got a couple teams that just are just no way they're taking a quarterback. I just don't see that happening. He's going to be taking number 1. Let's just be real. Unless Justin Fields just goes banana sandwiches, but I don't see that going on because we got to talk about California and we got to talk about the SEC and Heather, and we got so much college football to talk about. It's going to almost make me have a nervous breakdown, I think. But before I get to all this college football, got to ask you something, Gabe, because you get ready over there. You got some California news, but before we get into California, can I tell you a secret?
Go ahead.
901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Yeah, that's right. That's how you sell your house. Bing, bang, boom. Guess what? You call that number, 901-406-1101. Bill at iBuy Houses is going to answer the phone. He's going to show up into your house, and guess what? Bang. Y'all are going to come up on an agreed price. 5 days later, you're going to have a check in hand. Cashier's check. Bing, a bang, a boom. Cash that junt, baby. Life is good. You just sold your house. If you're moving on up in the world, moving on up. 901-406-1101. If your house has been on the market for 3 months, why? If you have, like, renters, they ain't paying rent, you're just sick of them. You know what I'm saying? I trust me, I know what you're saying. Actually, I love my tenant. Don't get me wrong. I'm being dead serious. I love you, Jay. But I know what it means. I've had a bad tenant before him. But what I'm saying is, if you're sick and tired of, like, collecting rent and taking care and fixing ovens and doing God knows what, cleaning out, just trust me, it's a pain. 901-406-1101. Bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house. You call my buddy Bill at iBuy Houses. House gone. Now, Gabe, this is very, very crucial. We were talking a little bit about something that was, how do I say it? Not so good, so I'll leave that to you.
Oh my gosh! You always leave me with the negative news, but I guess I can deliver it in a certain way that
people pay more attention to you
that you cannot. But I will go ahead and let everyone know that California is now the 3rd state in the United States to move their high school football season to 2021. Now, the CIF, the California Interscholastic Federation, made this announcement today, and as the day progresses, each one of the state's 10 sections will make their own specific announcements. But the CIF has said that they have to start. Most section start dates will commence in December 2020 or January 2021, and then the playoffs would end in April 10th with a state championship set for April 17th. That would be the latest date that they would push it back to April 17th for the state championships. So the 3rd state.
All right, now, let's be real with each other right now. 67129, 67129, that is the text line, or you can call 901-360-8255. And go ahead,
This
Gabe.
is the 3rd state. I have to step back. It's 3rd state to move it to 2021.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
The spring, make it the spring thing.
Football.
They are the 13th state to delay their season in general. So We'll see what all these people make their moves with. I know Tennessee is dealing with some things right now, trying to sort of test the waters before they jump in hard, and I don't think we'll see a full season.
You know how practice is
I will
going
tell
up
you
there
this
at
right now.
Germantown.
I will tell you this right now.
It's tough.
It will not be a full season in Tennessee.
It's been very tough. It's tough, I know, for high school coaches. I know that it's tough for Gabe coaching. I know over at Houston it's tough for my coach, Coach Thomas, and I just know that life is tough for these young men who are trying to get ready to play a season of football, something they've worked their whole lives for and they care about. But I talked about trickling down, but there's also a thing called trickling up. And you continuously see these states. You continuously hear people like Lloyd Christmas, Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders, say he doesn't think they're playing with fans in front of their big, beautiful new stadium out there in Las Vegas. No fans. He says he doesn't even think he's going to go to the game. That's how freaked out he is by this. You saw Jack fist bumping John Rahm this weekend, saying that him and his wife were tested positive in March 18th. You have seen all kinds of stuff, and I talked about, again, the trickle down of the NFL players yesterday. You heard Gabe Kuhn. We heard about hashtag We Want to Play. Go look it up. You can find Russell Wilson. I am concerned. My wife is pregnant at NFL. Training camp's about to start, and there's still no clear plan on a player health and family safety. We want to play football, but we also want to protect our loved ones. Hashtag We Want to Play. Aaron Donald. It's a shame that the NFL doesn't care about doing their part to keep players healthy and safe. They need to make sure football can come back the right way. We have to look at ourselves as well as our families. We want to play. Of course, that being the hashtag. Again, Drew Brees. You can go see all these players. Patrick Mahomes. They did this because the NFL has talked about how they had all these testing centers. They have been the last to start. They are after college football. At least they were planned on. And again, now you have the NFL players. They started meeting, the NFL's Players Association. The NFL owners met with Roger Goodell today. They're all talking about this player meeting. You had Kansas City Chiefs and Texans rookies report today to camp. Today.
And I want to point something out. None of these players, the rookies just reported, as you mentioned, the veterans report in 8 days on the 28th. Not a single player knows if there will be any preseason games. They don't want them, but they have not gotten an announcement about it. They have no idea.
J.J. Watt said he won't. J.J. Watt, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. These are the stars of the leagues, are they not?
They are.
And by the way, we already know that realistically, how do I say this? Right now, the NFL owners are meeting right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, they're meeting as as we are talking right now. They're meeting to talk about these issues. I have already told you this, and I hope you listen to me. No matter what, the actual owners, if they play any football this season, they lose money. Did you know that? Did y'all know that? Because right now it doesn't look like they're going to be able to play with fans. That's an average of over, like, profit-wise. They just were being very nice, like $3.2 million per week profit for the NFL. That's not going to be there. Again, $51.2 million that they pay to the employees of these stadiums that now are going to be cut drastically because you're not going to be selling popcorn and, all this stuff to an empty field. So it's going to have a heck of an impact, but you're still going to be able to give people the opportunity to watch things at home. I want to remind you that. And if you can make it work, I want you to make it work. But I want, just like Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, and all these other people that are saying this stuff, like, I don't know, am I crazy? Like, Mark Davis might actually be the only owner who's got a brain in this situation. The guy I call Lloyd Christmas, who looks like, realistically reminds me of Jim Carrey so much in that movie. It is not even funny, Dumb and Dumber. And he said, my mindset today is no fans should attend a game, period. I don't even know if it's safe to play. I don't think I'm going to attend a game. That's the owner of the Raiders who has a new stadium, yo. And this is where I don't think he's actually being greedy. He's won the insurance money. I don't think this is anything like that. I think realistically, this is them saying, damn, I'm kind of scared. And then I talked about this. As the NFL is meeting today, who else is meeting today?
The SEC.
That's right. What did Heather Dinich say today? Did I tell you about that earlier?
You did?
I did, and what they said that August 29th is when the schedule of the college football is supposed to start. We've already heard one conference. You know who the Big Ten is. They've come out and said, guess what? Conference only. They said, this is what, according to what Heather said, if they move this schedule back to the start of October 3rd, we're going conference, hopefully +1. That'll keep the SEC, ACC rivals together. That'll keep Arkansas playing Notre Dame this year, LSU playing Texas. They want that. September 19th is still a big pushback to them, but they don't mind that. But dadgum, anything after October 3rd, from what she said, is basically the SEC says is undoable. Like, the latest, you have till July 31st. This is what she says. On July 31st, you will know if the SEC starts on August 29th, September 19th, or October 3rd. She says there's no chance that it's another date later than that, because if it is, college football is bleeped, and I'm going to ask you, I'm going right into it. The Phil Steele Top 25 did not have Clemson. I'll get into why Trevor Lawrence is a buster. That is later in Hardwood. But, dude, Phil didn't have Clemson number 1. He had Ohio State. And I'm going to ask you this, Gabe. If you're Trevor Lawrence and you already have a national championship, you've played in 2 Final Fours, you're one. Dude, you are a bad mamma jamma. You just proposed to your wife. Life is good. And, again, you're guaranteed, basically, let's just, for easiness, a top 2 pick, in my opinion. Would you play for Clemson this year?
Would I?
After 30-some-odd positive coronavirus tests, and by the way, again,
I wonder if any of these.
I forgot to read one thing. This is the most important thing I meant to read, and this is what scares me, because this is the one thing that, like the CDC says, so far, if you listen to the experts, they don't see how it's possible to play football and, quote, play it safe. Now, sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, sir.
I don't think a lot of these first-round talents that are already sort of locked in are going to play. I don't see why I would. Okay, some of them might play just because they're not that worried about coronavirus at their age and whatever their beliefs are on it. So we might see some people play. But then I'll raise this question. You brought up Ohio State being over Clemson. What's saying Justin Fields would play?
Justin Fields, I know, has a lot more to prove than
he has
Trevor
a lot more
Lawrence.
to prove. But is he a first-round pick right now?
I mean, I wouldn't say he's a guaranteed first round. I would say he's, if he plays and goes out and gets the Heisman Trophy, yes. I still think after 1 year, a guy that made it to the national semifinals last year had 41 TDs to 3 interceptions, and is awesome.
Widely considered by a lot of these NFL draft experts right there with Trevor Lawrence.
Who's been the number one quarterbacks? Look how many quarterbacks have been taken from Ohio State, and tell me how many have won. I can go back to Troy Smith. I can go back just now to Dwayne Haskins. What's he doing? How many?
He was first-round pick.
Oh, I know. What I'm saying is, and what did they do in the National Football League? That's what I'm saying. There is a fear.
But then you fall into that trap. Okay, like give me somebody. Okay, before Deshaun Watson, who are we looking at Clemson?
I mean, again,
you can't fall into a rabbit hole of saying
I'm not
that.
giving you a rabbit hole. Clemsoning was a statement. I don't know if you were born around.
No, but
I'm
not saying.
So
I'm just trying to say you can't fall in a rabbit hole and just say that.
Clemsoning.
You can't just say that. Oh well, Ohio State's quarterbacks have never turned out that well, so we can't take them.
Dude,
that's not how you draft quarterbacks.
With you, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to let one. Go back to Art Schleister is like gambling on games. Like Joe Germain, Craig Krenzel, Troy Smith, Terrell Pryor, Braxton Miller, J.T. Barrett, Cardell Jones, Dwayne Haskins, and Justin Fields. You're telling me in 1 year, if he quit right now with 1 year, you're telling me he's a guaranteed first-round pick? I totally disagree. No way.
Go ask the draft experts. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like,
I mean,
everybody thinks he's a first-round pick.
I'm looking at one, the guy I trust the most, the little dude on whatchamacallit, I can't even, anyway, and he has him right now, and if they play and have a good year, he has him going 7th, and that's if he plays. You're telling me if he doesn't play, all of a sudden he's going to move all the way up?
I'm not saying he's going to move all the way up, but I'm saying that in certain situations, Justin Fields might see it as I have more to lose than to gain. And you're talking about, well, Trevor Lawrence, you think he has him behind. You think that first of all, I don't think Phil Steele brought that into account that they weren't going to be playing.
I'm just trying to say, in my opinion, there's no way Trevor Lawrence, if I'm him and his family, I would let him play.
Sense.
He's proved everything. He's already got a national championship. Justin Fields doesn't have a national championship. Trevor Lawrence has already won a national championship. He beat Nick Saban as a true freshman. He beat Tua Tagovailoa head-to-head. I know they don't play against each other as offense versus defense, but he took Nick Saban, that unbelievable, vaunted Nick Saban defense, and kicked their you-know-what in the national championship. And it wasn't even close. He was a true freshman.
I agree. I'm with you. So, yes, I do think without question, yes, Justin Fields has more to prove. But I'm saying – If you think that Phil Steele's rankings are cognizant of Trevor Lawrence,
it was just a way for me to get to the question of basically asking you: is there any chance would you play if you're Trevor Lawrence?
No,
because I feel that Justin Fields, 14 games. Yes, I know you were great at Ohio State, and I know that you tore it up, but you left Georgia. Again, Dwayne Haskins was the quarterback the year before you. He destroyed it. We have watched Cardell Jones, Braxton Miller, again, Terrell Pryor, Troy Smith. I can go back and back and back and just tell you how many great quarterbacks.
My point,
Ohio State is loaded. Their wide receiver, their offensive line is always the best. They have running backs out the yin-yang. Where do you think Zeke came from? Where did Orlando Pace come from? Think about all the wide receivers that have come out of what is all he does is catches touchdowns. I mean, it's amazing when you think about the talent. That's why they're top 5 every year.
The main point I'm trying to get at, though, is I don't think Phil Steele had the Clemson at 2 because he thinks that Trevor Lawrence is going to be sitting out. Now, will Trevor Lawrence sit out if we have a season?
I think it's crazy if he plays.
I think it's dumb, but at the same time, if he decides to go and do it, he does it. You know what I mean? But I do think he has way, way, way more to lose than to gain by playing a season.
See, that's
and I think a lot of people. I think there's a lot of.
I wanted to get to.
There's a lot of athletes that are like that, right? Like,
I mean, yes and no. Okay, like, would you say who's that huge offensive tackle at Oregon?
Penei Sewell.
Yes, Sewell. Does he have anything to prove?
No.
That he doesn't.
He's the first tackle off the board if he doesn't play.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to play. I can bring up. Shoot, I could if I wish I should have Googled this and looked up some of these. Alex Leatherwood over at Alabama. I know him. He's definitely going to be probably a top 25 pick. Definitely, even if he doesn't play, he's a stud. Dude, there's guys out there. I know I can't think of them right now, but I just know that there are some certain players.
Stingley from LSU, the D-back corner.
A good one.
Derek
what about
Stingley?
Patrick Surtain? His brother.
Patrick Surtain again. Like, there's so many guys that you look at, and it's like, what do you have to gain by playing another season?
By the way, now ACC right now, Clemson is on fire with quarterbacks because of Deshaun Watson and now Trevor Lawrence. SEC outside of quarterbacks, people just go crazy on that defensive and that offensive line. SEC just gets drafted out the you-know-what. Big Ten, yes, Orlando Pace was a beast. They've had some great cornerbacks. They've had some great wide receivers. They've also had some bust cornerbacks straight up out of Ohio State and Michigan as well. But don't speak of my man, though, Charles Woodson. My goodness, one of the best to ever play.
I'm sitting here just thinking about who would not play in a 2020 in this season if we end up having it delayed or in the spring or whatever have you. Like, there's a lot of guys with a lot of talent that we want to watch play that will
Walker
not be
Little,
part of it.
Stanford.
Jamar Chase from LSU.
I forgot the wide receiver, Jamar Chase, dude. Dude, are you kidding me? He could get back. Are you kidding me? Wait, imagine if the
how about
what if
Alabama's
the
wide
Bengals have
receivers?
a
Jalen
top-
Waddle. Is
what if
Jalen
the
Waddle going to
Bengals
play?
if the Bengals have a top 10 pick, which they probably will next year, You wouldn't want to put Jamar back with his buddy from LSU? That would be dope. What if A.J. Green decides to bounce? That's a great replacement for the Cincinnati Bengals. Anyway, you are exactly right. This is the kind of stuff that I'm telling you, people. The SEC, and I'm not playing with you, they are meeting today. The NFL owners are meeting today. People are actually getting a little bit nervous. So I'm asking you, wear your mask. It isn't tyranny. Don't listen to Dwight Howard. I told you 12 diseases we done got rid of. Thank you. Polio free because of the vaccine, yo. Polio is bad. I wish you could have that FDR. But there's just so many things. And again, Toronto, by the way, I do have to take another sidebar because we're talking about COVID in the National Football League and how big it is, and also about how it bleeds in to college football. And I'm telling you, the SEC is going to make its decision on when it's going to play. These are crucial. Are they going to start on the 29th? That's August. Or are they going to start July? They're going to make the decision on July 31st, whether they start August 29th, September 19th, or October 3rd. Plus, we've now had the third. Think about how big California is. And so just calling it the third state to push back the start of their high school football season.
To 2021. They're the 13th at this point to actually push it back.
Correct. Good job. That's why I have Gabe, because he's always correcting. 13th to push back. But they're the third to say, hey, no, it's 2021 before we do this thing. You know what I'm saying? This stuff, it can fall down. It can fall up. The SEC in college football is right here in the middle. The NFL better address, hey, the NFL players said they want to play. We want to play. You can go in there. You go in right now. If you're the owner, I hope y'all are sitting in that office. And I hope somebody is reading Drew Brees' tweet and Aaron Donald's, Russell Wilson's, Patrick Mahomes. I hope you're reading these people, because let me tell you something. Yes, it takes 22 to play football, 11 on each side, baby. And yes, it takes rosters of at least 56. 100 in each week, all these guys. We got 112 dudes showing up. Not even talking about coaches, to get this game underway. And this isn't even having fans. This is just naked. But we need you to start paying attention, and we need these owners to come out there and say, when are we going to be tested? Are we going to be tested before and after every game, before each week, after each week? Are we going to get tested every day? Are we not going to get tested? What are you going to do when you find somebody's positive? How are you going to protect their family? What was that? Can you tell them that people—
It was Anthony Hitchens. He took a picture of him and his children. His children were kissing him on the cheeks, and he said, if I were to get sick and bring it back to my family and they get sick, who handles those bills? Do I handle them, or do you handle them, NFL? But I also want to leave y'all with this, too, with Sean McVay. He spoke up today, and he was very, very skeptical about a July 28th, 8 days from now, camp starting. He says usually when you get about a week out, right now, that's exactly where we're at, you start to get revved up, start to get excited. And there's something about this time that the amount of things that have to take place for that to logistically, listen to that, get off and get going. Something about it tells me that there's a chance things will get moved back. And this is the NFL we're talking about.
By the way, Sean McVay, very smart gentleman, basically almost can remember every single play he's ever run. He's got a photographic memory or something. No offense to Dwight Howard. Yes, he was drafted right out of high school. No shocking, he's an anti-vaxxer. But please do not listen to him. Dwight Howard, put on a mask. Stop it, because the snitch line is calling you, and if they keep calling you out, my bet on the Lakers is going to be blown because of you, Dwight Howard. Stop messing with my Lakers. But you know what? Ja Morant, just go ahead and give him Rookie of the Year. We're coming back with Hardenwood. I got to talk about how Toronto can't find a baseball park. I got to make fun of Dwight Howard. Trevor Lawrence is a buster, and so is Bryson DeChambeau. Who's the biggest? Well, it's Bryson DeChambeau, but we're going to talk more of that. Sports 56, MemphisFarmers.com, 96.1. Hardenwood's next on 87.7 FM.
It's R&R on Sports.
The word is out about R&R on Sports, where you've heard interviews from Ken Griffith Jr., Dr. J, Hank Aaron, and many, many more. R&R on Sports, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1. Don't miss us.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris
Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Save now on your 2021 swimming pool at Family Leisure. Buy now at 2020 pricing and save your spot for the first installation of 2021. Patio furniture 20 to 30% off. Play gyms in stock. Beat the heat with an indoor game table or slate pool table. Pool toys and floats up to 30% off. Family Leisure, Whit Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Family and fun come together.
All 75 months at 3.14 APR, G4, LHF 07822, Outlander LUO 28772, Eclipse LZO 16320. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 59875 excludes tax, title, and license. With approved credit, see dealer for details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Drive your ambition with a new ride from Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage G4, $149 a month with 41 MPG highway, or buy for $12,435. 2020 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport is ready for any adventure at $229 a month, or buy for $18,533. And cross over to summer in a 2020 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Only $19,147 or $239 per month. And better yet, they're all backed by a stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Mirage G4, $149 a month. Outlander Sport, $229 a month. And Eclipse Cross, $239 a month. Feel safe and confident while shopping at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike. Or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
I'm giving Jeb's Basement Renovations 1 star. He kept asking me what's behind the walls down there. I'm like, why? What do you know?
No matter how hard you work for your small business, online reviewers will find something to complain about.
And then he's like, you can trust me with the job. And I'm all like, trust?
And while Progressive can't save you from these trolls, we can help you save money on commercial, auto, and business insurance.
Yeah, he charged me less than he said he would, which is lying.
Get a quote online today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliated and third-party insurers.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Yo, welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour with your very good buddy Johnny Radio and my good buddy Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71. We're about to get into hardwood because dadgummit, it feels so good. I got to tell you why Trevor Lawrence is a buster. I'm going to make fun of a lot of people. We'll also mention one other thing about Justin Fields. Me and Gabe totally disagree. And again, he'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why, and we'll just let y'all listen because I think it's actually worthy of coming back on the radio for 2 more seconds. But before I do, I want to remind you something that, in my personal opinion, is always very important, and that's called roofing. Literally, your home is your largest investment. And by the way, this is a company that's Chris Price. Call me, my good friend who I trust, who hooked up with Brian Elder of Roofing Solutions. That's right. And they've made the best roofing company in this area. 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. The reason you want to get with them, if you're something wrong with your roof, do not wait till water is already getting in your house. Water damage is a nightmare. Call them. Your house is essential. Your business is essential. 867-0303. That's right, Brian Elder Roofing Solutions. Check them out at brianelderroofing.com. That's 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing. Let's go to hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
All right, I got to make somebody for just a second real quick, and that's Toronto. Not Canada, because Canada's Canada. I understand. You look down in the United States, you're like, dude, y'all suck at this COVID thing. They're thinking to yourself, we don't want y'all up in here like like coming in, especially these AFC East teams. I mean, it just don't even worry about it. We don't want y'all coming up in here, okay? So they say no play. Now I'm gonna ask you, hey, Memphis has got a park. What we doing? Invite Toronto. No, for real though. Toronto does have a park. They have one in, and I'm gonna ask you this, Gabe Kuhn. Some people say they're going to play at Pittsburgh, which I don't understand why, because it's a pro stadium. See, what some people are saying they need to play in a pro stadium.
Why?
There's not fans.
Yeah, just a little secret. Tell you a little secret.
Okay, so you caught on to it?
Yeah, they wanted to play at PNC, and then also, you are, how many days out from the season, and you want to get into all these logistics?
Hold on.
Okay, how are you going to make Pittsburgh, the Pirates, and the Blue Jays, what if they have a game on the same day at home?
7 days at home. There's seven games that go in that would not make it work.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't get it. Just play in Buffalo. You're not going to have fans. Let it go.
Or hold on. If you don't want to play in Buffalo, New York, at your AAA facility, you can play in your spring training facility down in, what is it? Dundee, Florida or something like that? Durden or something? I don't know, man. No, that's Tyler Durden. Or is it Dundee, like Bill Dundee? I just kind of, for some reason, I feel like I had a movie connection.
But something also tells me, we should probably do our best to avoid Florida right this second. We should.
I would say.
That's my thought.
Well, hold on. New York and Florida, it's like flipping a coin.
If I had a vote?
New York or Florida, it's like this.
Well, New York slowed down. Florida is sped up. That's the difference.
Yeah,
that's only difference.
That's true.
I'll say that. So, yes, I get your
put
point.
Put it this way. If you're an old person, you definitely don't want to go to New York.
And I would think Buffalo, being outside of New York City is obviously the main hot spot.
So
look.
That's a good point.
You probably should avoid both. I will say that. But Florida seems like a place to just stay away from. Although we do have the NBA restart there, so there's that.
Yikes. Now, I have always been sitting here for a long time now telling you why. I'm going to start this off and tell you why Trevor Lawrence is a buster. I'm going to ask you ladies out there, please tell me that the ladies are listening. Serena, you listening? I know that you listen. You love the show. Hit us at 67129 or hit me at Johnny_radio. And as a female, I want to ask all of our females out there, please, men, shut up. I make fun of, and by the way, my make fun of people is very, I make fun of a lot of people. I can't help it. I like that. I like that stuff. I'm mean, if you want to call it that way. I don't care. It's not out of me being mean. I'm trying to help other guys not be busters. Trevor Lawrence, blonde hair, looks like sunshine, like quarterback, national championship Clemson, first pick NFL draft, rich as Cooter Brown, gonna make money like dude basically could do anything he wants. Do you know where he proposed to his girlfriend? I just want to ask you ladies out there, tell me if this is the worst place that your football-playing boyfriend could propose to you. Because I just know I had this conversation with my girlfriend. She basically said just because of what he did, she would say no just to embarrass me. He had it videoed. His friends were all there. People were all on the side. They're out at Memorial Stadium. Professional photographer. They go out to the 50-yard line. He gets on a knee, proposes to his girlfriend.
She said yeah.
Football stadium.
She said yes.
Well, I know.
But I also let me pose this. Bro. Okay. And I know you're saying he's a buster for it, and we might. Our women listeners, you might respond. You might agree with him. But I will say
every
this:
woman I talked to said that was straight up buster.
To each their own. Okay. If there's a reason he did it. Maybe he thought it was a good idea. Maybe he knew she liked the cornball stuff.
19-year-olds don't need to be thinking too hard.
But either way, to each their own, right?
Okay. Let me just tell all you men out there. No. I'm going to explain something to you.
There's wrong and there's right.
When I was a young man, I used to be like Gabe and believed I would have done something stupid like that. I used to think it was cute when I see people hey, look, they went to the professional game and he asked her to marry her and it was on the Jumbotron.
I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying.
Dude, until I saw somebody say no, that was funny. Until I actually had a bunch of actual relationships, and I don't mean one-night stands, I mean relationships with women where we talked. These are the hard parts of relationships, where I found out that, one, I haven't dated a girl in so long that likes to go to sporting events realistically. Like I've had Honey go to the Liberty Bowl, and every time she's freezing, Gone to baseball games with her, been to Redbirds, been to pro games, went out of town, and I'm like, dude, we're going to this pro game, and and we're gonna head down and watch this, and then we're gonna go to the New Orleans, and you know. She was really excited about the pro football game. Let me tell you about that. And she was so excited about going to Tampa Bay before New Orleans.
But either way, I am of the thought, to each their own. If he wants to do it that way and he thinks she would like it,
no,
and she said yes,
she said
whatever.
Yes because she said yes because he's going
because
to
he's
be
Trevor
rich.
Lawrence. I get
Yes.
that. I understand.
But
like,
can I also say this? She's going to one day. This is going to just happen. You watch those shows on Netflix, right? Because you got me watching all these TV
What
shows.
shows?
Any show that has to do with a woman these days. I'm just being sexist. I don't care right now. I'm dropping it. But they all lay in bed with their husband, and they're all like roll over, and they all regret marrying him. And I'm going to tell you right now, she's going to roll over and be like, I should have known when he took me out to Memorial Stadium. Got me on the knee of the 50 damn yard line during COVID, and we're like,
Okay.
hey, let's get married. And he had a pro photographer and put it all out on everything, dude. Like, I'm sorry.
how do you go about it? What should he have done?
Intimate, personal.
Okay.
Something that they two would have had like a little inside.
You know what's weird though about my generation that
relationship?
makes me angry is it's now like when you propose to a girl, everyone has cameras there and they take
See, that's
pictures of
not-
everything,
they-
and they're all
girls-
dressed up real nice, and they invite photographers and they do all this. I
got divorced
find it
because of my
interesting.
first cell phone. You know that, right?
Yeah, you did
I'm
tell
dead
me that.
serious.
You felt like it was a
She
leash.
bought me a StarTAC. I'm not joking with me. On my birthday, I'm like, hold on, you bought me a gift that I got to pay a monthly damn bill? And now every time I'm out with my friends, you're going to call and annoy me? You could have paged me. The reason I don't call you back is because I'm busy. Now you can actually call me. Quit trying to ruin my night. See, I was a young man back then. Again, I told you, when you get older, you get wiser. Now, do you know how nice I am to Honey? I feel sorry for my ex-wife. Again.
Now listen, I think the Trevor Lawrence thing is corny, but I'm sorry. To each their own. If
To
that's
each
if that's
their
how
own.
if that's how it works for you, and you think that that's the best way to do it, do it.
Just like, let me tell you something. I'd rather you be like, well, he did sell like meth and murder people, but what's the dude, Walter White? At least he was trying to help out his family before he was dying. I mean, at least I can feel like it. There was at least an attempt at something that wasn't, how do I say, vain, selfish, and narcissistic.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that vain, selfish, and narcissistic thing, and I'm gonna talk about Antonio Brown. You think that's a good transition?
Dude, that was a great one. Him or Bryson DeChambeau, either way.
Well, but either way, I want to talk about Antonio Brown real quick
Tell me, 'cause I don't know this
he said today, and get this, he's free agent, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, he hadn't been
wants
signed by
to go
anybody.
Seahawks so bad.
He says, I'm retiring from the NFL because, quote unquote, at this point, the risk is greater than reward. What risk? You're not on a team.
You're
what
lying.
do you mean, what risk? The risk is greater than reward.
T-minus 2 hours and 30 minutes before he was hacked.
No, he wasn't hacked.
Or it's deleted.
But he says the risk.
T-minus 2 hours and 30
I
minutes.
think he was in person. I honestly think this was in
How long before
person.
he deletes it? How long before he deletes it?
I don't know, man. I don't think he'll delete it. He's not a deleter, is he?
Dude.
But what? Like, what is he talking about?
Can I just ask you a question?
Like what?
Have you ever watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? If you were Nurse Ratchet, would you ever be asking people, like the big Indian, so what you thinking about? Would you look over at Jack and be like, I can't remember his character's name, and be like, so what you thinking about, lunatic? No, you don't ask crazy people what they're thinking about. You know what you do when you see a crazy person? You throw them the football and then hope they don't come and yell at you.
Sorry. The risk is greater than the reward. Dude, you're like literally, as of right this second, you will not be on a football field this year.
Dude, I think you know what he's thinking about? If I work, you know what it is?
What risk?
If I work, I'm going to have to give half my money to whoever else has got a suit against me or something.
What risk is he talking? What is he talking about?
All right, can I ask you about Bryson DeChambeau now? Speaking of a loser and narcissist and a person that's a lunatic, did you see what he did at the Memorial at Jack's tournament?
A full meltdown.
Did you see the 15th hole?
A full meltdown.
I'm talking about
full meltdown.
I don't even know how to explain this. He hit a 400-yard drive out of bounds. In the water. Got a 2-stroke penalty for some reason. Then he dropped it. Decided to 10-cup it and go for it again. Went in the water. Dropped it again. Went for it again. Dropped it again. Went for it again. Boom! Hit it like 62 feet over the hole. Then it was out against a. I don't even know how to explain.
Okay, it was under a fence. Okay.
Yes.
And he's like, I need a
penalty.
It was weird because he's like, I need a second ruling on this.
Dude,
I was like, you really
you're
think?
on, like,
I
shot
don't care
7.
if.
Shut
No,
up,
but
dude.
either way, I don't care if it's inbounds. You really gonna hit the ball that's under the fence right now? How are you gonna do it, Bryson?
Bro.
Like, why are you?
So
There's a lot of complaining going on for no
Then he dropped it
reason.
in the left rough. Then he shoots it again, and then he's 44 yards right to the hole. Then he shoots it again, and he's 29 feet to the hole. Then he finally shoots it 10 feet to the hole, and then he makes a putt. Amen. Hallelujah. It's over.
It's basically a sideways 8.
Wowzers.
It was a sideways 8 on that hole.
Wowzers. Happy 15th. And by the way, can I ask you a question? Did Tiger get in his head? I told you this before that.
Well, Tiger got in his own head. Tiger shot 6
Dude,
over.
He made the cut. Hey, he made the cut. But DeChambeau talked about Tiger and was like he was a cute little old man. God, I didn't know he could hit it 300 yards. I was out driving. And then he says, I was out driving him by at least 100 yards on every hole, though. You didn't make the cut, DeChambeau. And by the way, for all you people talking about
the complainers
about we got to change the ball because of Bryson DeChambeau, all you have to do is watch him. He's like Trevor Lawrence proposing to his girlfriend, a busta. Now, I got to bring this up.
A lot of complaining for a guy who missed the cut.
You're right.
I
And by the
mean,
way,
seriously.
Is he the meanest person ever to like a camera on him is like just watching an a-hole. It's great. Like, for some reason, seeing jerks on TV, everybody likes to watch that stuff on YouTube and that TikTok thing. My girlfriend will show it to me all the time. She's like, look at this idiot. And now we're like labeling them, hey, look at this idiot. Dude, DeChambeau should have his own thing. Like, instead of it being Karen, any man that screws up, it should be hashtag DeChambeau'd. But anyway, I got to bring this up. I'm upset. And it's not about Steven Adams' technical fouls. It's about Taco Bell, damn it. Have you seen what they're doing, bro?
They're rolling back a lot of items.
12,
Good items,
12,
too. Good
12,
items.
12, brother.
Are you a Taco Bell eater first before we get into this?
Every Friday that I go to Taco Bell and buy a bunch of, I used to.
You could go to, if you go to Taco Bell and spend like $20, you'll have a lifetime supply of food.
That is true. Now, no, Taco Bell, like, you know where I live, downtown? Tell me of another fast food that we got. Taco Bell and then Wendy's on the other side. So I'm just going to Taco Bell, if you know what I'm saying. And then,
Fair.
So you know what I'm saying? Down third, I think there's McDonald's, but I don't do that.
We have good restaurants down there.
That's exactly. I don't eat fast food, to be honest with you. Sorry. Never.
But regardless.
I'm gonna shut up. But regardless, I have been inebriated before in my life. And it's been 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've gone Taco Belling. It's fun. You feel great until the next morning, but it's great. Now they've taken off the 7-layer burrito. What? That's one of my favorite go-to when I'm hammered. Oh, bro, 7-layer burrito. And what about the beefy Frito burrito? The beefy Frito burrito with a lot of hot sauce. And now my girlfriend's going to be so upset because she likes the spicy potato thing. Don't ask me why. Hey, I don't do it.
Really?
She really loves
Honey
that.
likes
spicy.
that?
Oh, she loves it.
Okay.
Or what is it called? It's a potato fiesta.
Yeah, it's like
in
the
a
spicy
box.
potato deal.
Yeah, she loves that. They're getting rid of it. It's called cheesy fiesta potatoes, by the way. It's gone. Your loaded grillers, gone. Your chip and dip, just regular, gone. And then breakfast, the mini skillet bowl. I used to love that, John. Gone.
But here's the one thing. The one thing I notice on this is a 7-layer burrito. How do you look at me in the eyes and tell me you're going to get rid of that?
What about the Nacho Supreme, too?
That's the cheapest,
Haven't
best
you ever
thing
been
on the
broke
menu,
and just
right?
Like, I need a Nacho Supreme.
Like 7-layer burrito is the cheapest, best thing on the menu.
That and the double-decker taco. You know, because like you can get a double-decker taco for like $1.50. And it's
So
got,
they're
like,
basically they're taking off like the whole dollar menu.
Well, the carvings menu is what, no. They don't call it the dollar menu.
Well, it's like 79 cents to
They call it the
$1.30.
cravings menu.
Oh, yeah. The cravings menu.
Remember, we're in public relations. We can't say cheap. We say cravings menu. Also, by the way, do you remember that tostada you would get for like $1 too? No more spicy tostada. See a piece and the grilled steak taco out. So Taco Bell, thanks a lot for breaking my heart. If you don't add 12 dope dishes, I'm coming after you. Now, I will tell you also, I got to come back because I did talk about, I haven't talked much about Steven Adams. Oh, I still got another great story that I'm going to save. And I didn't talk anything about baseball, but yeah, we got baseball starting on Thursday. We got the NFL meeting as we speak. Hopefully they're doing something right. And again, college football, they're watching you. SEC has till July 31st to make up the decision. Do we start August 29th, September 19th, or do we start on October 3rd? Well, we're going to find out again on July 31st, and that's huge. That's the SEC, baby. It's kind of like this show, so don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Want to get your voice heard? Hit us up on the First Bank phone line or First Bank text line.
Hi, I'm Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roofing. Do you have any idea why I never speak the way I am right now? It's because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you do not need fast-talking, high-energy, gimmick-promising advertising to get a customer's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or buy their products? By overcharging you in the first place, that's how. Five-Ash Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service possible and do it at a fair price, why would I need gimmicks to sell it? Best products, best warranties, and best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Five-Ash Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hey everybody, all the new 2020 Silverados are right here in Olive Branch at All-Star Chevrolet, where all the Chevys are. Blazers, Equinox, Impalas, Camaros, and the all-new 2021 Tahoe. And I'm looking at rows and rows of new Chevys All-Star had delivered for the Chevy's huge open road sale. Get up to 15% off and thousands in cash for you. And check out the certified pre-owned Chevys. If you want a specific pre-owned car or truck, tell them what you want and they'll get it here and get it here fast. And you're gonna find the best financing for everybody. No matter what Chevy you're looking for, they've got it here now at All-Star Chevrolet. We're making sure it's all safe while you get the best deal. Have more fun and in record time, it's job number one. It's not South Haven, not the Pike, not Collierville, or Mount Moriah. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. So see them online at allstarautogroup.com or find new roads to All-Star Chevy on Kraft Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. It's hit movies, current shows, and live sports. News clips, trending bits, and timeless hits. It's Kim and Courtney, Seth and Jimmy, Hoda, Savannah, Fiona, and Shrek. I'm an ogre! It's the best of streaming and the best of TV. And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Watch for free, upgrade for more. Stream now at peacocktv.com. These titles plus the English Premier League and Law & Order SVU streaming now. Content availability may vary over time. Some content requires paid upgrade.
Ugh, my stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Pepto-Bismol's now in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And now you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Let me try it.
Try new Pepto-Bismol Chews for fast relief.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy Ghost and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. Nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 happy hour with your very good friend Johnny Radio and Gabe Kuhn. And I just got to say, before I hand off the baton to Wolo and Stats, I'm very, very excited to say, do you know that 51 years ago today, Apollo 11 landed on the moon? 51 years ago today, baby. And do you know what else happened? 44 years ago on this day, old Hammerin' Hank Aaron hit his final of his career, number 755. Big day in the history of this world. 51 years ago, we landed on the moon. 44 years ago, old Hammerin' Hank hit the last of his 755 career home runs. Pretty dope day, huh?
It is.
Pretty
It
dope
is.
day, by the way. And it is.
Are you a conspiracy theorist about the moon landing?
No.
I know there's a
we
lot of
definitely-
conspiracy theorists.
Dude, listen, there was like so many people that worked on that. I believe in certain things. There's no way that you like can spend that much money, have that many people working on something, bring back some rock. We've been around the dude. I'm sorry, we've seen our things. Dude, we landed on the moon.
I just had to ask.
Sorry.
Just had to ask.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I love you, but and I do like a good like.
Not saying I subscribe to these
Oh, yeah.
theories. I'm just asking.
Like I like sports funny conspiracy theories. Like I love the whole Deflategate. Like I laugh about Tom Brady's balls. He likes his balls soft. You know, that stuff is funny. But like the moon landing, please. 55 years ago today, we landed on that jaunt. Now, speaking of today, the NFL's meeting. They better get their stuff straight because the NFL players are coming out and they're coming out in force. They're saying we want to play, but we want to play in. You say you got the three testing sites, but how many tests a day are you going to have? If I get sick, what happens? If my kids get sick, what happens? You have to have these plans in place. Get it straight. The SEC is going to decide on July 31st when the season's going to start. And then don't forget, you know what starts this Thursday, don't you? Baseball, baby. That's right, Garrett Cole. Oh, yeah. In the nation's capital, Max Scherzer. Did you know Max Scherzer has two different colored eyes?
I do.
Yeah,
Also,
dude. I
another
can't see
thing,
him,
he's
but I know
from
it.
St. Louis.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's dope. Well, they're both dope, and they're pitching. And guess who else is playing? Aaron Judge. And by the way, did you see my man who hit the ball just so hard off Tanaka's deadgum dome that I thought he was going to die? Giancarlo Stanton. That thing was like 110 miles an hour off the bat. Bounced off Tanaka's dome. Do you know they say he's going to pitch tomorrow in a simulated game against batters? And
You're telling me he doesn't have a concussion after that?
Dude, they're saying he's pitching tomorrow in a simulated game. I'm just telling you what they're saying. Yeah. Dude, if a ball hit me like that, I'm not going to lie to you. They would be stuck right now in my soft dome. Okay? Now, Aaron Judge and Stanton, speaking of these guys, because we start, that's right, this Thursday, baseball is happening. Judge and Stanton combined for 3 home runs yesterday. They both went yard big time. Judge hit 2 home runs. Stanton hit another one. And again, Tanaka is going to pitch in a simulated game tomorrow. He's not going to be there for opening day, but they think he may actually pitch in opening week. Yeah, that's no joke. Now, I got to say, Donald Hammond III, Air Force, took him to 11-2 season last year. Right now, he's in bad standings with the Air Force. That basically, like, if you're, like, not doing good, like, in school and with the Air Force, like, they don't even care about football. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's in trouble. Plus, not David Wilson. He has left Georgia. He's in the transfer portal. They got the defensive back in the country. He's bouncing out. And again, the memorial, John Rahm, number 1 in the world golf rankings, become the 5th youngest dude ever, 25 years old. Unbelievable. We got so many things to talk about. It's not even funny. But hey, think positive like Ed Orgeron. Ed Orgeron, he's convinced we're going to play, baby. I'm staying positive. I'm giving people fist bumps. I'm wearing my mask. And until tomorrow, I just want all y'all to do me a favor. Get out there and have a great day. I promise you one thing. It'll make you feel good. And remember one thing. For Gabe, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.